exactly as you think, that is who you are.
Now,
Not as you think you are, but as you think.
ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ozone Times TV, and this is Alpha Show. And today, we are privileged to host one and only Mr. Khisa, all the way from Lodwa, the man behind the mind transformation. And today, we want to talk about unlocking the champion in you. For those who may not have known Mr. Khisa, Mr. Khisa is a determined man who believes in mind transformation. He's a man I've known for some time, and actually has really convinced me that it's about mind that determines the outcome of anything. And today I'm privileged to have him on this show. And I want to welcome you officially so that actually someone somewhere can be able to also to get this piece of information. Welcome, Mr. Khisa.
Thank you. Thank
Yes.
you for having me today.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm privileged to be on your show today. And I've longed to meet you. I've actually heard about you. And the ozone, you called it ozone?
Ozone Times.
Ozone Times.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good time today to be on your show today. And I believe that something good is going to come out of this.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
There's somebody somewhere who wants to know who is Mr. Khisa.
Mm-hmm.
Where does he come from? For the purpose of record.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Mr. Khisa is just Mr. Khisa. Not very common on social media, but I've been passionate about knowing how the whole person can transform and change. And as we have said, that what we are talking about is unlocking
the
champion
in you.
In you. And before we talk about unlocking the champion in somebody, I believe that it is very important to understand the role of the mindset in unlocking that giant or the champion in somebody.
Amazing.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yeah. Very important.
Amazing.
Very important. Mindset plays everything. That is what I believe. That's what I've learned over time.
So you want to believe that it is mindset that makes someone to become who he or she is. Exactly. Amazing. Yeah. Now, right away, I just want us to understand what about the champion in someone in the mindset.
Yeah, simply put, mindset is the way one thinks. And mindset is a collection of several things. It's a collection of one's thoughts, it's a collection of one's belief, and generally of one's experiences in life. All these things lead somebody to the way they act. And so it is the actions that actually identify who the person is. Because our actions lead to our results, what people can see and say, Tanganyika is such and such, or Khisa is such and such. It is how we behave, how we talk, how we act. It all begins from our thoughts and our beliefs and our way of behavior, and then it comes to our actions. So that's why I say mindset, being a collection of all that, is the one that determines who we become.
Amazing. Now, when we talk about mindset, how does mindset affect people's life?
Well, as I've just explained, look here. If there is a way you think, or I think, it leads me to the way I believe or what I believe. My beliefs are the ones that guide my actions. So most of our actions are based on what we believe. If we have some limiting beliefs, obviously there are some things that we will not do because we feel it's not right to do. If we have beliefs that can lead us to poverty, those beliefs will steer us to that kind of life. But if we have beliefs of abundance, thoughts of abundance, they will obviously lead us to that direction. And we will find ourselves exactly at that point. Mm-hmm. So that's why I want to emphasize that the way you have built your mind in terms of thinking that leads to beliefs, the way you have built that will lead to how you act. And how you will eventually bring out the result that is consistent with your beliefs and your thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
The Bible tells us
Yes.
that as a man thinketh, as you think, so you are. The good book says so. No. Exactly as you think, that is who you are. No. Not as you think you are, but as you think.
Now, you've consistently talked about belief and thoughts. How does it come to a point where beliefs and thoughts brings about poverty mindset and rich mindset, or rather abundance mindset?
Okay. Beliefs, as I've said, contribute a lot to one's mindset. And for poverty mindset, we have limiting beliefs that make one look at themselves as I'm not the one to have this, or I'm not the one to be this, I'm not the one to be rich. Those thoughts that one carries, feeling that they do not deserve, those kinds of beliefs and I think a way of thinking is the one that makes someone be fixed to a way of thinking that limits them. So if one runs on that line of believing that they are not able, they are not capable, they are not the ones to, for example, drive this kind of vehicle or live in this kind of house, they are not the ones to be in such and such places. Those are the limiting beliefs that build up a mindset of poverty. Miles Monroe used to say this, that poverty is a state of mind before it becomes a state of the pocket or one's bank account. That means poverty begins in the mind before it goes to the real thing, that is to earnings, to money, to possessions, to anything that we can achieve in this world. And that's why one's mind is very important. The same with the abundance mindset. If one lives with the belief and feeling that this is possible for them, it is possible for me to have a house like this. It is possible for me to drive such and such a vehicle. It is possible in my life to achieve this and that. They may not be having those things at that moment, or even money at that moment. But that mind alone means that this is a person who is capable of building to achieve that status. So this is a mindset of abundance. And if I may add,
Yes.
this is very different from having or not having money. A person who has an abundance mindset may not have money, but they are building, they are grinding, they are moving towards a goal, and they are sure they are going to hit it. On the other hand, we can have somebody who has money, but they have a poverty mindset. It's only a matter of time before this person loses the money because of their mindset.
So, what we're trying to make, it is not all about having money.
Yes.
It's all about having the mindset.
Have you heard of people who have hit a jackpot and they have earned millions of money?
But they're not to be seen.
If you follow them a few years later, you'll find that they have come back to the original level of their lives. And it happens so often because of the mindset. Because of the mindset. Let me tell you, money is not in the habit of staying with people who do not know how to manage it. So if your mindset or your way of thinking or belief does not manage money well, money will leave you very fast. Yeah.
Now, here is a scenario. We have people that are working and earning some good salary.
Yeah.
Then we have some that are not working. Maybe they're just doing the smaller, the farmers or the small businesses.
Yeah.
But they're flourishing. You know, others say, then must to rent a bank. Then others say, then must to biashara tu zetu pole pole. What brings the difference?
It's all about the mindset again. I think we will make this as our chorus all the time. Because of the mind. You see, somebody who is working
Yes.
and earning monthly, and somebody who is out there not on salary,
yes,
but they are earning little money.
Yes.
If the person, it's not about the amount of money. The other person who is working could be earning a good amount of money every month. But this one is grinding, they are working and earning little money. The mindset will, at the end of the day, separate the two people. Because look, there are people who believe that the poor believe that money, the main purpose of money is maybe paying for bills or buying things. That's what they believe. If I get money, I pay my debts. Or I buy household goods or the things I need. So this person is working at the end of the month, he or she earns money and they go and spend it all. First of all, they pay their debts, which they have collected throughout the month, and the rest of the money, they buy their household goods and remain without money. This person who earns money believes that money is, the main purpose of money is to create or get more money, in this sense, that when you add you earn money or you get money from whatever you do, they want to save it. And when the money increases a little, they want to use that money to make more money. So this one is spending their money every month, and this one is saving to invest. So in a number of years, the difference between the two will be very clear.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Mr. Hisa, what are these possible practical steps that someone can take to shift their mind from poverty mindset to abundance mindset? That is someone, maybe someone has been stuck. You know, there's someone who is watching us, and maybe he's been stuck for quite some time. And maybe this is an opportunity for him to roll around and shift to become something different. What are these possible steps, possible practical steps that someone can take? Someone whose heart is burning, someone who has the desire, someone who is yearning to become. Yeah.
Okay, that's a good question. For one to maybe shift from poverty mindset to abundance mindset, practically, one must first of all identify. You must first of all identify the limiting beliefs, because the process of change starts from awareness. You must identify the limiting beliefs in you and then work on changing them to transform. If there is a belief that is pulling you down in terms of feeling that you are not the person to have this, or you cannot be rich in your life because of your family background, you feel that you cannot achieve it. Maybe from your past or your present, you feel that it's not possible. First of all, you have to remove those beliefs because they are the ones holding you back. They are the ones making you not move. And then for you to have a practical change, for anyone to have a practical change, first of all, you cannot overhaul everything at once in your life. You must begin from somewhere. So, and there we have models that we can follow for us to change. Maybe people we can see and follow, or we can see and take them as our role models, examples in our lives that we can follow. So, what I want us to think about change in these terms is that once you identify the area in your life where there is limitation, and you pick a small piece of it to start changing, because changing happens in bits. If you start changing a small bit, eventually you'll move to another and begin to succeed. So what I want to say is that you have to now begin to change your mindset from focusing on opportunities rather than focusing on maybe obstacles in your life. Focus is very important in the process of change. They say that what you focus on expands. So when you focus on something, you want to follow it, you'll begin to get ideas on how to do it.
What you focus on
expands. Or um, that is where your energy flows. When you begin to look at something and follow that. So I want us to look at practical changes in our lives from one mindset, say poverty mindset, to a mindset of rich mindset by looking at what are these things holding us back? What are these limiting beliefs? And how can, can we practically work on them to change from this to that? Plucking off one limiting belief and replacing it with an abundance belief.
Mm-hmm.
Good enough, what has been learned can be unlearned.
Mm-hmm.
We can remove it.
Mm-hmm.
So we can go step by step, removing every bit. At once, it's not easy to believe or to know that it can happen. But as you move step by step, you will find that things are beginning to work.
What you have learned can be
Unlearned
and replaced.
and replaced. Exactly.
Amazing.
So it is not impossible. It's not impossible to change. First of all, awareness, knowing what the limiting belief is. Secondly, looking at the limiting belief and then replacing it with a belief that brings abundance. And eventually, we will see the results.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Mm.
Now, in our normal lives, how does the environment or friends affect our mindset?
Well, the environment and the friends do affect a lot. Maybe you've heard that your environment or your friends, or you rise or fall to the level of your environment or your circle, so to say, and your circle are your friends. You rise or fall to that level. That means these things can make you rise or can make you fall. Maybe you've also heard that your life or you are an average of the five of your five closest friends in terms of even behavior or income.
I'm average.
You are an average of your five. What this is what I mean. If you look at the income of your five closest friends, you'll see that your difference is very small. It's very small. Maybe if it is in tens of thousands, it is like your difference is like 10, 5,000 or so in terms of what you earn. If you are in the hundreds of thousands, the range is just within that. Because the Bible says iron sharpens iron. So we affect one another. They say that if two people are working together, one will pick to the pace of the other if they are working together. So it depends who your friend is you are working together with. You will pick to their pace or they'll pick to yours. So we affect one another. So that's why we say people who are surround you affect you a lot. The environment you are in speaks to you.
But now,
everywhere you go, the environment speaks to you because your environment will either expose you to abundance or to poverty. Some of us will rarely be rich because we don't know even what riches look like. We have never seen them. You know, rich is a word, and our minds see things in terms of pictures. So if we talk of rich, what picture comes in your mind? If you have never seen real riches, because maybe some people see riches as some buying a car or having a house of this kind. When you go to other places, you find that riches is extremely high. It is something that you wonder. So exposure or one's environment is very important.
Now, you know, in conjunction with that, People have got different perspectives, different beliefs on how they view richness.
Yeah,
You get the point?
I understand.
How do you believe? There are some people have got a certain belief. What is the biggest lie, or what are the biggest lies that people actually believe success or becoming rich is?
Yeah, I know what you mean. There are people who believe that some people are just lucky.
You just found yourself.
Yeah, they think so and so found themselves in that position. That being rich is luck, just luck.
It can be.
It can be luck.
I can't just be lucky rich.
No, no, no. You can, or some people see maybe you go for something like an interview and somebody succeeds in that interview, and then you say that person was lucky. No. Let me tell you one thing. The 16th president of the United States, Roosevelt, believed this. When he was a young man, he worked as a salesman, and he worked in a shop with a certain old man. And then that business collapsed. And he thought, what can I do next? He thought and said, I want to study, and I will prepare myself. And one day, my chance will come. And he went to class and studied law. Later on, he was admitted to the bar. And later, he ran for an elective post. And he said, one day my chance will come. And surely, after a number of years, he ran for the presidency of the United States. And he became the president of the United States. Why? Because he prepared himself. He went to study. And he put himself in a position where he would achieve what he wanted. Preparation is key. There is no luck. In fact, luck, as most people say, and which is very true, is when preparedness and opportunity meet. When one, even from the biblical examples, you can say maybe David was lucky to be the king. But if you look at David's life, before he was even anointed, there was a lot of preparation.
Now, are you trying to mean there are only few people, or there are few people that have been left uh, to think, to become, and others who are complaining are not thinking?
Exactly. I think that is what Donald Trump quoted. You may not like him, but that is what he said. That many people are afraid. I'm paraphrasing. These are not the exact words of thinking big. And I've left only a few of us to succeed by thinking big. And in fact, he says, think in terms of what you can achieve abundantly, not in a small sense. And I think this is what has driven him to become what he is, the president of the United States, and even achieving what he has achieved in life. I'm telling you, the way we shape our minds is what what drives us. Our minds is like a steering wheel in our lives that can steer us to the direction we want to. So that what you become is a collection of your thoughts and your beliefs, and it is all attributable to you. There is no one to blame for what you are right now, what I am right now.
Amazing.
So it is everything. So thinking, there are people who think the difference between a poor person and a rich person is thinking before it comes to the real material things. Thoughts.
No, that's amazing. There's someone who is watching us.
Yeah.
And this person wants to know. I've tried several times. I haven't managed. I've tried the second time, maybe I haven't managed.
Yes.
And maybe they have given up. What can you advise these guys? What can you tell them? If there's a second chance, can they come up again?
Well,
Now, for the interest of time, there's someone who has been following since we began this conversation.
okay.
Maybe he or she has given several trials in anything as far as life is concerned. But maybe it has been difficult and they have lost hope and they have seen it is impossible. As a coach in this field, what can you actually give to these people as a piece of information that can even get them back and make them feel it is possible?
Yeah, thank you. That's a very good question. I think, first of all, for such a person, it is important to learn from them how they have been trying. Maybe they have been doing it the wrong way. And this is what I mean. That you should not focus on changing everything in your life at once. You cannot change everything at once. You identify a place or an area in your life that needs improvement instantly, and you focus on that. And start by doing one thing. I mean, making a decision to do one thing first. Once you accomplish that thing, it will give you the impetus or the strength to continue with the other thing. So you cannot overhaul your life at once. And this is what we need to understand. That decision to do something only becomes a decision when you start taking action. There are people who set goals and do nothing about them, or they try a little bit and stop. Focus on a small thing and succeed in that. It will give you the desire to continue. Remember, momentum is built through small wins. When you succeed in something small, then it gives you that strength and momentum to continue to the next step. So I'll tell such people that it is not impossible. If the thing is big, the way to, they say, if you want to eat an elephant, you chop it into small pieces. So do small bits, chewable pieces that can help you or give you that desire to continue. Because when you hold the whole thing at once, you will be discouraged. So, and then I want to tell them that As we said, the environment and your friends contribute a lot to your success. So put yourself or set an environment where you can ensure success for yourself. What do I mean by this? Set an environment by having the right friends in your life, by also being your chief, maybe encourager, by encouraging yourself every day. In the present world, if I may tell you that if you don't beat your own drum, nobody will beat it for you. You have to toot your own trumpet. How do you do that? Give yourself a talk every day. We call it inner talk. You encourage yourself every day. In fact, given time, I can explain how we can create our identity, our present identity, and even our future identity.
Mhm. I think that one we have to do it maybe perhaps next time.
Yeah.
We're glad that you came today.
Yeah.
And we want to believe that even those that have been following us, including myself, I'm going to have a different mindset and a different approach as far as things are concerned. Yeah. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Thank you.
You are a blessing today.
Thank you for having me.
I
I'm happy
Thank
to
you.
be on your show today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Thank you.
Amazing.